It's an absolutely bizarre conclusion. Like a bloody hell. If any fellow human being wants in my own home, for Christ's sake. I've got to be meetings which has been turned into a torture chamber by those that I love. What have I done karmically to fucking deserve that? And the conclusion that I must come to is because human beings hate the truth. So, in other words, the suggestion is that humans are basically fundamentally evil. But of course, there are religious groups going back many, many years who've always believed that. The what's the name? So I can't think what they're called. The early Christian group. they were so feared and hated by the official bloody fucking money making church fathers as heretics, Gnostics. No, you've looked up the Gnostics?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and according to them, creation, the earth, human nature, wasn't created by the loving God. It was created by the devil for his own entertainment. Well, I'm not saying that there's not something in that. Because the people have always been their worst when I'm totally natural, speaking from my heart, which is my basic fundamental nature so to do. Here am I speaking from my heart, and I'm surrounded by a whole lot of snarling wild creatures who are supposed to be human beings. Now the answer, I've asked you to try to help me save my family. Why else should I be labouring like this? Why else should I have to be working so hard to get your cooperation? I mean, people are more likely to accept me being equal. That's what they're basically pushing me to do. Oh, you're being evil. Oh, yes, I understand that. Oh, yummy, I can deal with that. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, yes. Cruel. You're pain. Fucking Jesus. What? So I ask you to tell me, to help me by telling me what is it that your mother has told you that she actually has against me. And your response is, what was it again?
I can't say the right thing.
You can't say the right thing.
No.
You can't say that. Oh, God. Well, I know how crippled you are. I can see that. And I grieve for it on a 24/7 basis. Here I have one of my children, a chip off the old block, if ever there was. Basically a genius and a fellow idiot savant with so much to offer an enlightened humankind. I mean, stiff cheddar the fact that you've been born right in the middle of the bloody fucking judgment day. I mean, organise it. I mean, not my fault.
Mm.
But well, I mean, if you want to say that it is, you can fucking say so. But you're off the beam. I mean, what? Just because I'm conforming with Satan's orders, or even here am I working for human enlightenment to understand everybody and everything in existence. That makes me evil? What? 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 Whose side are you on? I mean, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? That's an old Union song. I mean, I'm aware that your mother has bought you, bought your loyalty, same as she's bought Winks and prayers. I mean, I'm under no illusions as to what I'm up against. I'm not going to waste time with too many tears over your response. I just say, well, I didn't. What else do I expect? Well, I don't expect anything, but I mean, well, just how cruel do I have to get to communicate with you at your level? In other words, the question continues, how do I save you? How do I save myself? How do I save all my other loved ones? I treasure these one beautiful memory of my angelic carers, my forebears. Grandpa Walcock, he was the only male member, if I can use that term, of my family for whom I had any appreciable degree of love and respect. Darling Grandpa. No photographs of him. Your mother doesn't even have any photographs of her own family. Well, gracious me, her parents were victims, initiates, graduates from Mr. Hitler's kindergarten. Bill suffered 3 years in jail, well, sort of in jail, and growing tomatoes for the Italians in southern Italy. Climate like this, well, yeah, I mean, Justice Willie wasn't yet a German prisoner. He was in an Italian POW camp because he was captured by a Panzer division, tank division, German tank division, who were there under Rommel, who committed suicide. He was a man of honour, and but he didn't like Hitler much, but he was a general, and most people don't even know that Aussies were there in 1941. It must have been winter time, I think, maybe January 1941. But they were there quite early in the piece. But your responses are so difficult for me to even remember what they were. Well, what was your response again?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
My question is, well, I'll qualify it, but make it a bit more fancy, but make it a bit more complex. Well, I'll ask you some other questions. Do you believe that I'm working to try to save you and your mother and Freya and Gwen?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you quickly responded to that. I mean, I was going to save you from the, well, frankly, growing darkness. Did you try to see the eclipse of the moon last night?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Couldn't see it.
That would make a comedy performance.
Mm.
Because you know, two comedians on the stage. Oh, what did you think of the Invisible Man yesterday? Oh, I couldn't see him.
Mm.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Mm.
It was a bit trashy, yes. It wasn't worthwhile seeing
Yeah.
this murky-looking, dirty-looking moon. I mean, as I said to the meeting, well, would you excuse me for 10 minutes while I go out and try to have a look at this eclipse of the moon? Yeah, that's all right.
Mm.
Very easygoing lot, but they're supposed to have these rules, but they're breaking laws. I mean, just as well. I mean, you're supposed to let the bloke with this sacred object. You see, you've got these supposedly. I mean, they don't take anything too seriously, which is the right attitude. You got this table in the middle, like as I said, like an altar, and you had this tablecloth with a Hindu Sanskrit writing on it, and then you had a Hindu god represent. I said, oh, I recognise old Ganesha there, the god of prosperity.
Mm.
Yeah, and the last time I was there, one of the sacred objects was a bunch of bird feathers. And well, for so long as you had a sacred object from the altar in your hand, you would be able to talk in the circle, going around in a circle. What would it be? Well, clockwise, looking at it from above, but depending upon which. Yeah, well, that's interesting. Yes, clockwise, from looking at it from above. But anyway, they just made up this bit of ritual. So, for so long as you had this object from the altar, you would be able to speak. Well, ostensibly from the heart, if you still had one left, about anything that you like, and nobody was supposed to interrupt. You know, they just listen to you, look at you, listen. And well, I mean, so while I was speaking, one of the young boys interrupted. He couldn't help himself. I mean, nobody minded. Nobody sort of tried to pull him into order because everything's so relaxed. But last night's sacred object was actually a rock.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, well, it's no coincidence that I have this rock, and I've actually learned. It's no coincidence lately that I'm actually talking to rocks.
Mm.
And you know, nobody laughed. They looked at me.
Yeah.
You should go along. If you, there must be some way of getting through, so that you can get through to yourself, Oscar. Even though, I mean, it's still bloody important that you get put on the invalid pension. I mean, it should be relatively easy. I've just got to try to find a fucking psychiatrist. But of course, all of the bloody, they're all registered doctors, medicos, and they are all under the thumb, but they are revolting in Australia. There's a lot of them with consciences. They're revolting. But they're always I've found the most satisfying were these informal, self-organised, autonomous groups of conscience, people of conscience. I tried to and associate with only these people. It's no coincidence that I'm having extreme problems rejoining the Theosophical Society. They have turned into shit. Oh, really? There's this bloody woman. I think I mentioned to you how she finds how she learned that my name is Ian Buring, and yet she sends me a bloody fucking email through the bloody fucking arsehole driven meetup connection. And what's more, she says, my name is such and such, and I believe that you've already said to some people that you've rejoined the Theosophical Society. And I responded, well, would you please give me the receipt number? And so I respond in meetup. I have never said any such thing. I've never said that I paid any money. I have no receipt to cite CITE to you. And what's more, I'm curious as to how you got my contact avenues through Meetup, and would you please contact me at ianb@gmail.com. I've not fucking heard back from her. Well, that's turned into shit too. So I've told a few other people that there's this foul up, and they don't seem to know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's just too ridiculous. Then I go along to Bronte Griville and say, well, what goes on with the Theosophical Society these days? He said, well, he doesn't know, but he thought the building was being sold. Well, he told me that 2 years ago, so I don't know whether there's just this bullshit rumour going around that he's heard, and it's not being sold at all. Quite frankly, I think there's a power group in there who've decided to close the doors to any new members. We're sitting on all this money. We don't want to disturb. We don't want to upset ourselves with any new members. We're just sitting pretty now. Thank you very fucking much. I don't know what the bloody hell goes on. I don't think Ian Griville knows that much. But you see, to get, I mean, I'm getting the obstructionism that I'm getting from and sabotage that I'm getting from your mother is shocking. So anyway, I'm dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Wink still keeps in communication with me, keeps me informed. You're not getting any better. You're not going anywhere. I see you as becoming a slave chauffeur to your mother.
Mm-hmm.
I've already told you that. Dependent upon her money, rather than the government's money. Well, I mean, quite frankly, I think there'd be less tyranny from the bloody government than from your mother.
Mm-hmm.
So I realised quite a while back that you were basically siding with your mother, which is another obstacle. Wink is trying to break free. Freya already has, as far as she's concerned. She's the strongest of my children out of you three. And she's got a bloke in her life. He's not very intelligent. She's the leader, and but just as long as he accepts that, well, it'll probably be all right.
Mm.
But you seem to be having problems because of all these words that your mother has fired at you against me, which trying to persuade you that I'm the villain, that I'm the evil doer, that I'm the weak link, or whatever. I told you that I'm left with the ace card. It's the last card. I've got the ace. But it would mean destruction. It would mean all of you lot go to hell. In other words, I give up on you. But I have been unable to do that for one reason or another. I'm not.
Uh-huh. I don't know.
What did your mother say?
Yeah. She wanted to know if she had to reset her.
She wanted to know what?
She wanted to know if she had, if she needed to reset her web page.
If she had to reset her web page?
Yeah.
The meaning of that is unfair. But what? How would you describe her web page?
Mum was watching a game on her laptop, a football game.
She's watching a game, a football game. Yes, I saw her doing that.
Yeah.
She wants your technical advice. Is that right?
Yeah.
Now.
No, she already got it.
Oh. Okay. Now. Your mother's lost faith in me. Well, she's lost faith in herself. That's the problem. I could have given her a lot of slimy, tricky, bullshit propaganda, but I can't do that where I live. I can't maintain the evil. The evil came into my home 12 years ago when your mother brought in that evil demon, whose spirit has been imprinted here. First of all, bringing down your mother, and then she has since worked to bring down everybody else. Well, she's brought me down physically and mentally. People can't do that with me. Well, I mean, if they keep persisting and I feel as though I'm going to physically, I can just get lost like a physical threat. Which I can do again. But it means, as I say, that everybody goes from here and there. In other words, both places are sold up. And you never see me again. Because when I give up, I give up. I don't muck around. Because this is a total war. The choice, uncompromisingly, is between... Does your mother need your physical assistance now?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm waiting. Anyway, I've got to get an answer from you if you're interested in saving yourself. It's warmed up so quickly. Oscar, there are 2 trees in the back garden. They're vegetable trees. They've suffered tragically. Oh, that's pretty trees. They are the daughters the Neptune tree, the original species, I presume, which I salvaged. It has been grown in a pot down at Strathalbyn. It was on the Strathalbyn dump. It was a tree
yes.
that had been kicked out of its pot, and no pot at all. I don't know where the pot was. I salvaged the tree, put it in a pot, and I had it in a pot for years. It was Neptune. 1971.
It said that the will was due shortly, it said.
Mhm.
They've lost coverage, it's raining there.
No, they've paused.
They've paused, right.
And I kept it in the pot for all the time that the 7 years that I was down at, 6 years,
Mhm.
6, 5, that I was down at Strathalbyn. I had it in the pot, then I planted it in the ground of the backyard, and bloody cesspit 34
I
times.
planted it, you didn't, I did. Why do you have to say you did when it was me?
Okay, well, when I say I planted, I stand corrected.
Here,
It wasn't. It was not another desperate grasp
Here, Poppy.
for fame and recognition on an egoistic basis. We're not going to say that I planted it. I mean, but I allowed it to be planted. Then apparently, I stand corrected by this.
I didn't need to fucking thank you.
this
I allowed it to be planted. No one allowed me, I just did it. I didn't get your permission, sir.
Ego.
No, you're the ego one. I planted it. I allowed it. You're the egotist here.
Oh, God almighty.
I'm a psychologist. The psychologist
Okay,
say,
I
yes,
should have
you're
said,
being egotistical.
you see, I should have said, and as it happens, it was planted. You see, that's what I should have said for your mother's
Maybe you should just keep your fucking mouth shut. It'd be better than anything, really.
pathetic sake.
Mhm.
It's just so tragic and pathetic.
Oh, yeah, Bosie.
This desperate grasp for importance and significance.
Mm.
Why is your mother so desperate for recognition? As far as I'm concerned, I get the recognition. It was planted. That I stand corrected 100,000 fucking million%. Why should I try to do I planted it. Okay, it was planted. It was my plant. I allowed it to be planted. I was there at your mother's request.
Mm.
All the fucking time I was there. I thought this was the girl that I could relate to. Well, I did relate to her, and she to me, up until the time that demon arrived, causing the government to take you children away for 6 fucking weeks. This is the background. But why this desperate quest for recognition? I blood, oh shit, on your fucking house, yeah. Oh yes, of course, of course. Oh, I can't help humble myself enough. Fucking Jesus, it's pathetic. It is 100% fucking pathetic. It is tragic, shocking. This is I am responsible for my actions. Who's this that? No, do you know?
No. I don't know.
Is that your mother's right? Brahma is Ishvara. Oh, this is Hindu with attributes involved. Nirvana is godliness. What's God? And the unmanifested ego. What's that? So God is pure consciousness.